everyone, thank you for joining with Azure with Umesh YouTube channel. So let's talk about today Azure VM with agentless multi-disk crash consistent backup. So first of all, let me walk you through in such what scenario that you need to choose agentless multi-disk crash consistent backup over the application consistent backup, right? So let's talk about three scenarios here. As you can see here is mentioned in the first item. If your workload is performance sensitive and if you're able to tolerate recovery from a crash consistent backup or with the application consistent backup, so you can choose crash consistent backup. And the second scenario, if you don't want to install VM agent, on your virtual machine that required for application consistent backup or file consistent backup, so you can choose crash consistent backup. The third scenario, if your operating system, let's say it's a custom image that you downloaded from the Azure marketplace, that is not supported for application or file consistent backup, so in that such scenarios you can use crash consistent backup. So let's talk about when do not to use this crash consistent backup. So here you can see, if your application cannot tolerate recovery from crash consistent backup, do not choose this option. So let's say you use pre-opus script for Linux VM backup, so that is also not suitable for crash consistent backups. Third scenario, you use read-write host caching and your workload is sensitive to cache data not being flushed before backup. In such scenarios, do not use this crash consistent backup. So okay, let's focus on how to do this backup. Okay, now you know in which scenarios that you need to choose this option over the application consistent backup, right? Okay, before configuring this backup, actually this option is enabled only for Azure enhanced backup policy, not the standard backup policy. So if you want to choose this option, you should choose the enhanced backup policy. So this crash consistent backup options will be available only through this backup policy type. So, and other thing that I need to mention, that this can be enabled newly enabled backup policy, as well as if let's say you have existing backup which don't have crash consistent backup explicitly set up. So in that case, such scenarios, you can change your current backup policy to enhanced backup policy. When you are creating the enhanced backup policy, you can explicitly set your crash consistent backup option. So I will show how to do that. Okay, this is the demonstration environment that I have created for demo the crash consistent backup. So I have virtual machine called crash consistent backup VM, and then I have the recovery service vault called backup vault demo. Okay, this is the virtual machine, which is Windows virtual machine. So first of all, you need to enable the backup policy. So here you can see the policy type, enhanced, standard, and those information available here. And as I mentioned earlier, we are not able to use the standard backup policy because the crash consistent backup it is not available under the standard backup policy. So in that case, you have to definitely go with the enhanced backup policy before creating enabling the backup here. So I will go to the particular recovery service vault and create a new backup policy. Let me jump into the recovery service vault, and here just click on backup policies, then create add here, and click on Azure virtual machine and give a name like crash consistent backup policy. Here you can mention the backup schedule, frequency, and all the information, and the retention policy also, retention information. I'm not going to discuss about this backup schedule and other information. I'm just focusing about the crash consistent backup only. So to enable that, you just need to go to the particular location called consistency type of this backup. So you just need to click on the only crash consistent snapshot. So as you can see here, as per your selection, VMs protected using this backup policy will only have the crash consistent snapshot generated. Once this is selected, you are good to go. Just click on create. It will take some time to create this backup policy. Policy has been created successfully. So now you can enable the backup from here. This is the virtual machine. Just go to the backup. Select your recovery service wall from here. It is selected, and select the enhance type, and just click on the backup policy that you have created recently, crash consistent backup policy. Those backup policy, the information will be appear here. This is the virtual machine disk. I have only one disk, and just click on enable backup. So it will take some time. Once it is enabled, I will come back. Okay, backup has been successfully enabled. You can click on go to resource here and click on backup items and the Azure virtual machine. This is the crash consistent VM that we have enabled the backup. There's an initial backup warning here. For the initial backup, it will take the initial backup based on the backup policy that we have given. If you want to take the backup right away, you can go to view details and click on the backup now button. You can check the progress of this job by click on view jobs here. It is in progress. You can further check the information by click on view details here. So it is taking the snapshot right now, in progress. Once it is completed, so it will be transfer the particular data to transfer particular backup wall, recovery service wall. Okay, so this is how you enable the crash consistent backup. So let's say if you have existing backup enabled virtual machine which you need to enable the crash consistent only backup, such scenario that you can do is, let's say you don't have particular backup policy, so you need to navigate to your recovery service wall and just click on add, and you just need to create a new recovery backup policy for your particular VM and give your name and the backup policy, frequency and the retention period, those information. Once it is done, just click on only crash consistent snapshot. So I will give a new demo BP and enable this option and just create here. Once it is created backup policy, let's give some time to create this backup policy. Okay, backup policy is successfully created. So now we have new backup policy called demo BP. So let's say you have existing backup enabled virtual machine. Okay, let's go to your particular virtual machine first. From here you can go to your virtual machine. Let's say you have enabled the backup already. So let's see, this is the backup policy that we have initially created. Let's say this is doesn't have the crash consistent backup mode explicitly enabled. So such cases you can change your existing backup policy to the new policy that we have created. From here, from this drop down, you can change your backup policy to new policy and just click on change. That is how you enable change your existing backup policy to crash consistent backup. Okay, that's how you can do crash consistent backup of the application consistent backup. So those informations already mentioned in this Microsoft documentation. I will drop this documentation link in the description down below. So if you have any question related to this or any other question related to Azure, so just drop a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.